this is Big Trell's Vlogcast. Hey, don't call it no podcast. Yeah, this is Big Trell's Vlogcast. Hey, don't call it no podcast. Yeah, this is Big Trell's Vlogcast. Hey, don't call it no podcast. Yeah, this is Big Trell's Vlogcast. Hey, don't call it no podcast. Yeah.
What up? What's happening? What it do? It's your boy Big Trell. Big Trell's Vlogcast. Give yourself a round of applause, please. Clap for yourself. Be your number one cheerleader. Y'all like how I did that, huh? Got them glasses on. All right, this is from a YouTube channel that I haven't done in a while, but it's one of my favorite ones. Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. And the title is called Construction Workers Brutalize Off-Duty Black Cop While Hurling Racial Slurs. I think that's all needs to be said right there. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go.
White male workers beat up a cop, black cop, yelled racial slurs at the black cop while doing it. Put up the picture full mass here. Hell of a story.
All right, well, before we get started, do you guys think that there was an uproar about this? Do you think people were saying Blue Lives Matter when this happened? Do you think America was saying Blue Lives Matter and was in an uproar, was ready to do something about it? I doubt it.
Story. 3 white construction workers in St. Louis.
St. Louis of all.
This is the St. Louis area. Faced multiple felony charges after allegedly assaulting an off-duty black police officer.
Wow.
And shouting racial slurs at him.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Devlin, 39, of Fenton, Missouri, was charged with 3 counts of first-degree assault.
Well, people say the racial slurs, you can't get arrested for that. But that just proves when they did that it was a hate crime. So that all the details matter.
2 counts of armed criminal action.
Armed.
And 1 count of first-degree kidnapping. His co-defendants, Garrett Gibbs, 23, also from Fenton, and Donnie Hurley Jr., 42, from Arnold, Missouri, are now each charged with 2 counts of first-degree assault, armed criminal action, and first-degree kidnapping.
Good.
Let me give you the background to this hellacious story. It's not clear if the suspects were aware the victim was a cop because his car was unmarked and he was dressed in plain clothes. All 3 men are being held in the county jail. Devlin's bond was set at $250,000. Mm-hmm. Bonds for Gibbs and Hurley were set at $100,000 according to court records. It's not clear if they have legal representation. Witnesses heard Devlin telling the unidentified officer to, quote, go back to the hood with your gold chain, end quote. And that he did not, quote, belong down here, end quote, according to the Kansas City Star, citing the official court documents. The incident happened on September 26th at the intersection of South Limburg Boulevard and Lee.
You know, one thing about these races that's funny to me is that they'll use one moment of hate that they can, an outlash of hate, and they'll ruin their whole career. They'll be an executive for a corporate company for 30 years and do something that stupid and lose their job. That's how hate works, though. Hate is like this burning anger inside you. You ever do something and you're so mad that sometimes you don't care of the outcome. Say like something happened to you and you want to get back at that person so bad, you don't care what happened. You're at work and you argue with somebody or something. You and this coworker always getting into it. And one day you're just like, I don't care anymore. I don't care. And you wind up fighting them and lose your job. But afterwards you think about it like, damn, now I don't have a job, right? So that's what these races are. They don't care about the action at the time.
Lee May Ferry Road in Clayton, just outside of St. Louis. The area was under construction. And they believed the altercation erupted due to confusion over the work zone boundaries. The county police told Outlet News. The off-duty officer involved in the incident was driving an unmarked vehicle while dressed in plain clothes when he entered an area marked by traffic cones. However, it was unclear whether those cones adequately indicated a restricted area, according to a police spokesperson. So what do you have? What do you have? You have an off-duty cop who's dressed in off-duty clothes. What does he look like? He looks like a black male driving a vehicle. That's it.
Yep.
Okay. The irony of this, the construction workers who definitely don't have in their job description to beat up individuals who they feel violated the restricted area.
Yeah.
Decided to not only criminally assault the black male, regardless of him being a cop or not. They then provide the context for their hate.
Yep.
Racism.
Yep.
Yelling racial slurs during the beating. Now, these are everyday working individuals, right? Remember when I said it's not Trump. Trump is simply a product.
Yeah.
The individuals who made Trump, the individuals who support Trump, you see, we will have to contend with them after the political career of Trump is over. They are the construction workers, your school teachers, the judges, lawyers, etc. These individuals are here. They are emboldened by the...
All right, now for me, this has nothing to do with the presidential election, Trump or Kamala, whatever. However you vote, you vote. He's just speaking what he's speaking.
New fascism, the new brand of it that has emerged. They assume this was just a regular black man. And so they obviously have the authority to beat up, according to them, the average black person.
If they knew he was a cop, they wouldn't have
done it.
They
didn't know this was a cop. My goodness, if I knew he was a cop, this would have never took place. Would it? Shouldn't matter, should it? An argument broke out when Devlin confronted the officer for walking into the work detail. According to witnesses, he blurted several racial slurs at the officer before he was attacked. Devlin is accused of striking the off-duty officer with a hard hat while the other suspects restrained him. According to police reports, they jumped him. Devlin and Gibbs then allegedly placed the off-duty officer in a headlock, choking him as the officer pleaded that he could not breathe. The irony of that. The officer pleaded, "I cannot breathe." Additional officers arrived on the scene, broke up the fight. You mean to tell me you didn't shoot everybody?
Right.
Nobody got shot. They were physically assaulting a police officer. Do you think the black male police officer was in fear for his life? Did he kill anybody? No? You all didn't kill? You mean to tell me it is possible
Get him, Dr. Rashad
for
Richey.
police to be in a physical altercation and for no one to be shot, for no one to be killed? This is fascinating because we've covered stories right here on Indisputable where cops aren't even involved in the physical altercation. They just believed that one would possibly happen. And they felt justified in killing the individual in front of them. I'm not saying that these men should be dead. I'm saying that there are a whole lot of black men that should be alive.
Right. And women.
Mr. Mayor, you being mayor of a major city, you have a police division and many other governmental operations that you all have to work with, budget for, and deal with as a community. You see the irony of this story. The police officer off duty gets put in a headlock by 3 white men, beat up by 3 white men, and he's yelling, "I can't breathe." There is no shooting of a gun.
Right.
They simply broke up the fight when other cops arrived. What say you?
America reminds us every day the stark difference between how black men are policed and also how black men exist in this country. What I mean by that is you can be told that you don't belong here at a construction site. You belong in the hood. Go back to the hood. Police are not. The idea that 2 black men, now this officer understands, well, I cannot breathe means in the fear of violence and death, right? Police officer shows up and there's a fight happening. They break the fight up, and I bet you, as you said, without injuries is how these white men were arrested. Without injury is what the report probably said. And it's unbelievable to me that these people will call themselves patriots and patriotic, but they see black Americans as if you don't belong here. That is the most anti-black or anti-American behavior one can display. Say to an American, you don't belong here. We don't think about it in that manner, and how Confederate like these white men carry themselves, so much so that two of y'all restrained this man, and one of you beat him with the head. I hope because they were screaming the N-word, the Justice Department is investigating this.
Yeah, there you go. And it would take actions like that in order to curtail actions you see. The Justice Department has to get involved and get involved strongly. But we'll keep you updated about this story as it develops.
All right, man, that's crazy. But like Dr. Rashad Ritchie said, he's not saying that the white man should have been killed. That's not like, because some people will look at this and be like, oh, he wants the white people to be shot. That's not what he's saying. He's just saying, like, look at the unfairness of actions. Like, if guaranteed if 3 black people were beating up a white dude, the arrest would have went a lot different. It wouldn't have been just a little breakup and put them in handcuffs. Somebody would have probably been injured more than likely. And that's what he's trying to say. He's like, there's just no comparison to how we're arrested and how white people are arrested. So, like, Dr. Rashad Ritchie be on point. I'm gonna start doing more of his videos. I've gotten away from him for a while, but comment down below what y'all think about this story. It's crazy, but it's nothing new. We've seen it before, but that doesn't make it right. We shouldn't be. The thing about us, we shouldn't be desensitized to this. And in some ways, I am. Like, I'll see something where something happened to somebody black, and I kind of immediately turn like, there they go again. Desensitized, and we shouldn't be that way because it's crazy. So, all right, not gonna ramble. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. It's your boy Big Trail Vlogcast. Let's get it. Get it.